Hello and welcome back to the official broadcast of the FIFA eNations Series Online Qualifiers 2021 for all the matches of Team India. My name is Lokmanu06 and I'm here to take you through all the matches of Team India. And as we saw yesterday, had an action-packed match days of our E-Tigers representing the Blues. And now we'll be quickly showing you a video to explain how the format works. How does a country qualify? What are the number of spots that are available to reach the top and qualify for Denmark? So let's check that video out.
Welcome to the FIFA eNations Series 2021, where nations from all around the world play all on the line to compete in the FIFA eNations Cup. The FIFA eNations Series is split into 5 different zones: South America, North and Central America, Asia and Oceania, Middle East and Africa, and Europe. To make it to the FIFA eNations Cup, the nations must battle it out in their zone's online qualifiers. Online qualifiers begin with a group stage that leads into a knockout stage. Each nation chooses 2 players to represent their country in 1v1 games. One game is played on PS4 and the other is played on Xbox. Each zone has a dedicated number of available spots at the final. Only the best teams secure the dedicated spots and join the host nation Denmark at the FIFA eNations Cup. On August 20th to 22nd, 24 of the best nations will come together in Copenhagen to compete for national pride. Nations will choose a total of 3 players to represent their country on the hunt for ultimate glory. Which nation has what it takes to bring home the FIFA eNations Cup 2021 title this year? Follow all the action on FIFA.gg.
Well, there was that video to explain everything that you need to know about the competition and how the qualification process works. But here we are with the match already being started. Because obviously FIFA has to go by a schedule, and right on time we had to quickly move on to the matches. So we are seeing Charanjot kicking off against Julio from South Africa. India versus South Africa kicking off. I think there has been an error with the stream. All right, we resume back again. So as we all know, Charanjot on PlayStation has been phenomenal from his day one. He went undefeated in the tournament, and we are starting off with him playing on the right-hand side and his opponent Julio playing from left to right in that yellow and green kit, the famous South African kit, as we all know, from the historic sports matches between the two countries. And as obviously you might expect, the distance is so much between the two countries, you can expect a bit of technical issues that might come in between during the matches. So in case that happens, apologies from our end, but it's really out of control. So hope we can see our boy Charanjot get that first goal and kick things off with a flyer. Patrick Vieira plays it to Hullet. Julio building it up really well. Plays it to Pele, and that's their first goal. That was a really good goal. Have to give it to one of the best players South Africa has ever produced, which is Julio Bianchi. That was a great pass. Caught our E-Tiger off guard, and we have conceded the first goal, unfortunately. But as we all know, the fighting spirit that we do have is phenomenal. It's incredible. We have seen from yesterday. Talking about yesterday's matches, we all saw how amazing our E-Tigers performed during the group stage matches, starting off with Qatar, where Charanjot won his first game on PlayStation while Genesid drew his match on Xbox. And then we went on to draw both our matches against UAE. And we won on fixtures against UAE, apologies. And there was 2 matches that we did deserve to win, but both of them ended up in a draw. So in all, we have 12 points on the table. We will be showing you the table real quick after this match finishes. But with that being said, Charanjot on the attack, trying to break down Julio's defense, man who has represented South Africa in the Club World Cup with his teammate Kalen, who is of course playing on Xbox for and will be playing against Genocide. But anyway, talking about yesterday's matches, we saw Charanjot's dominance in the PS4 matches, and we got to see the fact that with so much online and with so much of pressure these players are playing under, they can still manage to get the results, and that is exactly what Charanjot did yesterday. So we expect the same from the Tigers today, playing against two of the toughest teams we can say in the group stages, which is South Africa and Saudi Arabia. Charanjot has to be a bit more patient. That's a great through ball. Mbappe on the wings has the chance to get back into this game. Calm and composed, tries to go all the way to the byline, tries to cut back in. But that's very good defending by the South African player. Has a chance from the corner, tries to head it directly. Learning from the Saudi Arabian player Vaitu Harti, as we saw in the Global Series qualifiers, scored 3 goals from the corner routine against our Tiger Charanjot in the Global Series West Asia qualifier number 3. So of course, whenever you lose, you learn something, and that's what our Tiger has learned, that the corner details are so important when it comes to FIFA 21 at this point in time. Cristiano Ronaldo plays it to R9, back to Vieira. Has that chance to build up the play really well. Hullet just being extremely patient outside the box. Plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo. There we go. That's our equalizer. Team India back in the game. What a fantastic pass that was. Ronaldo started off the play, playing it to R9, then Vieira, then Hullet. Then back to R9, playing that beautiful pass inside the box to Cristiano Ronaldo and scoring that much needed equalizer. Like I was talking about yesterday's games, we were absolutely phenomenal against UAE, winning both our games. And Kuwait, of course, was a result that went in our favor as well on the PlayStation side of things. So, of course, we have to give credit to Charanjot for actually seeing off most of his games like we saw on PlayStation yesterday. And we should be seeing this today if our E-Tiger can take the lead. It's 1-1 halftime. The referee is happy with how the things have gone. As you guys can quickly see the group standings, Team India with 3 wins and 3 draws, 12 points on the table. South Africa 1 behind us because they had 1 loss, 2 draws and 3 wins. Saudi Arabia with 10 points on the table with 3 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, whereas Kuwait is sitting with 1 win, 4 draws and 1 loss. So Team India, of course, has that advantage, as we all love to see on our screens, being top of the table and winning against the likes of Qatar, UAE and Kuwait. Starting off from right to left is South Africans Giulio Bianchi, one of the best players, like I mentioned earlier, South Africa has ever produced, alongside Kalen Woodley, who is playing on the Xbox. Giulio, of course, tries to build up the play. And Charanjot is not going to be fazed by the fact that he is playing in these tournaments, the level of this tournament, for the first time ever. I don't think so I've ever come across anyone from the whole FIFA esports community which can point out at RE Tiger Charanjot and say, this is the guy playing for the first time at such a high level because of his mentality, because of his professionalism. He's so calm and composed. It's like he's been playing at the highest level for years and years. Look at Mbappe trying to be so cheeky around the box with those skills, but that could come back to haunt him because of the amount of players that were there. To the much relief of all the Indian fans and Charanjot himself, that was a great cross, you have to say, from the right hand side by Julio, playing it to Cristiano Ronaldo inside the box, but somehow he ended up missing it to the much relief of all the fans. We have to always mention the fact that how good the opponents have been, especially these two matches are going to be the toughest because of the quality of the players we'll be facing today. Like I did mention that Charanjot will be playing against MS Dasari after this match when India faces Saudi Arabia. And very interesting fact that a lot of you all who've tuned in today might not know is that Julio actually ended up beating MS Dosari. So the player that CJ is playing against at the moment has won his match 3-2 against MS Dosari in the group stage matches yesterday. So you have to give respect, and that's what we do at Indian football in all the sporting events that we compete in. We give our opponents that respect. Sportsman spirit above everything else, like I always talk about. But nonetheless, this game has been quite end to end if I have to talk about it. Both the players obviously focused, not having a lot of chances, but it's a battle in the midfield going on. Charanjot has the chance. We have reached almost the 70th minute mark with Mbappe running down the wings, but just not good enough to stay in the game, in that play. I mean, 70 minutes almost done, and it looks like it's heading towards another draw. But to start off your day with a draw against a player like Julio from South Africa is going to be a huge result for our E-Tiger Charanjot, who hails from Chandigarh and is arguably the best FIFA player in India in all these years. R9 plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, plays it back to R9. South Africa has the chance to take the lead. He chips it over Edwin van der Sar, and that's a very good goal, you have to say. It's a lot of pressure that comes into play whenever you are playing matches at such a high level, especially when it comes to representing your nation. And that's exactly the kind of pressure that got to our E-Tiger. And you have to give it to the South African player for being really good there, really clinical, you have to say, because the angle was tight. Charanjot did all he could to stop that attack, but R9 chipping it over the 6'7" frame of Edwin van der Sar. So you can say that that goal was top quality. You have to give it to them, credit where it's due. Our E-Tiger Charanjot has in him, as we've always seen, not just since yesterday, but in all his matches, that he can make a comeback at any point in time. Yesterday, Genesis was down by 1-3 and he made it to 3-all. So it's never too late. That's what Indian football is all about. Never give up, back the blue, and keep supporting us when it matters. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat would want to show their support to our boy Charanjot, who's going to give his all in the last 13 minutes of this game. That is going to be a goal kick. Mendy being pushed off. You see the pressure that's been put by Ari Tiger now. Cristiano Ronaldo has the ball, plays it to Hullet. That was a direct through ball, trying to pierce the defense of the South African player. Launching it directly into the box, but just not good enough to beat that defense. And there you see Julio, of course, playing that lob through pass to Cristiano Ronaldo down the wings. is obviously going to manage the game well. Hullet gets the ball in a very promising position, has the chance to make a counter attack. Alfonso Davies on the run, tries to do a bridge, successfully doing so. Eusebio plays it to Ruud Hullet. Back to Eusebio. So some nice one-touch passing going on. Cristiano Ronaldo plays it out to Pele. I think that pass was meant for Mendy, but just didn't get there enough. He still has that chance. Charanjot with so much of pressing right outside the box of the South African player has a chance to finish this game on a draw with Pele, playing it to Mbappe. There we go, back to blue. I just said it not even a minute ago. Indian football, Indian athletes, wherever they are playing, they do not give up. And we've been seeing this since yesterday. Our athletes have been phenomenal in making sure that they come back into the game where it matters. You have to give it to the South African player for being extremely prolific with his chances. But Charanjot, ladies and gentlemen, this man has it in him to take Team India forward. And what a beautiful goal that is, putting so many bodies up front. It's almost like his players are superheroes, not getting tired at all, playing for the badge, playing for the kit, playing for Team India, and getting that equalizer, that much needed equalizer to keep Team India's undefeated streak alive. It's not something that you see a lot often, where players can actually make a comeback in such difficult conditions. As we all know, South Africa, the distance between India and South Africa is so much that the connection is always an issue between the players. And as we all know, when it comes to esports, it's all about online, especially during the pandemic times. And players have to adapt. As like I said earlier, adapt, improvise, and overcome. And that's exactly what our athletes have to do. That's a very risky pass, though, cheaply given away by Charanjot. This is the last attack of the game. He has to be extremely careful in defending that chance. He can make the most of it, though, if he can make that last attack. But I think the referee should be calling it quits. With that being said, the match finishes full time. South Africa 2, India 2, Charanjot coming back from behind. Both the times, as you guys can see from the stats, the game was extremely close. And just when I was talking about, we saw a glimpse of Charanjot, a sneak peek of our young E-Tiger. Now let's quickly take you guys through the points table that yesterday we were sorting out to get the points table for you guys, and we'll be showing it now, where how we've seen our team progressing into the group stage, how we fed up from yesterday. Let's just have a quick look at it. So Team India at the top, you can see 6 matches played, 3 wins. This is now 4 draws after the latest game, which will be updated by FIFA in just a bit. So we have 13 points, South Africa 1 point behind us. So now they have 12 points, Team India has 13 points. And depending upon Saudi Arabia's matches, we will be seeing that shortly, how they fed up. So yes, after the yesterday's games, we had some phenomenal results going our way. And I'm just going to quickly take you through all the matches that we went through yesterday, to everybody tuning in now. Yesterday, India started off their journey in the FIFAe Nations Online Qualifiers with a match against Qatar, the first round, where Charanjot won his match 1-0 against Qatar on the PS4 side, and Genesis drawing his match 3-all, coming back from a goal from 1-3 to making it 3-all to give us those crucial 4 points out of 6 against Qatar. Moving on to the next match, where Team India faced Kuwait in the second round of fixtures, where Charanjot drew his match on PS4, which was 2-all, and Genocide drew his match as well, 1-all. Both the games, I believe we should have won, as we also Charanjot conceding a 90th minute equalizer, and Genocide, of course, missing so many chances and super unlucky. But with round three, of course, we saw India absolutely on fire when it comes to playing against UAE, and of course, we all know that scoreline 6-0, where Charanjot won his match 3-1 against Rashid Ozi, which was the PlayStation player of UAE, and Genocide winning his match 4-2. He was up by 2 goals, conceded 2 goals, which was a 2-all scoreline, and then making it 4-2 again, the best possible ending to yesterday's game. So there we go. That was a quick recap of our matches from the group stages yesterday. Apologies earlier where I was getting confused against which country did we draw or which country against we won. So there we go. First match on the PlayStation side of things, where Charanjot has secured that one crucial point by scoring an equalizer at the 85th minute. Right at the end, as always, E-Tigers fighting for the badge, fighting for the crest right here. And we're going to be moving on to Genocide's game on Xbox. So just waiting for him to set up. But before doing that, we'll be quickly showing you the explainer video as to how the tournament is poised, how the teams qualify. To everybody who's tuning in just now, let's just have a quick look at it, and we'll be heading over to Genocide's game after this.
Welcome to the FIFA eNations Series 2021, where nations from all around the world lay it all on the line to compete in the FIFA eNations Cup. The FIFA eNations Series is split into 5 different zones: South America, North and Central America, Asia and Oceania, Middle East and Africa, and Europe. To make it to the FIFA eNations Cup, the nations must battle it out in their zone's online qualifiers. Online qualifiers begin with a group stage that leads into a knockout stage. Each nation chooses 2 players to represent their country in 1v1 games. One game is played on PS4 and the other is played on Xbox. Each zone has a dedicated number of available spots at the final. Only the best teams secure the dedicated spots and join the host nation Denmark at the FIFA eNations Cup. On August 20th to 22nd, 24 of the best nations will come together in Copenhagen to compete for national pride. Nations will choose a total of 3 players to represent their country on the hunt for ultimate glory. Which nation has what it takes to bring home the FIFA eNations Cup 2021 title this year? Follow all the action on FIFA.gg.
So that was the explainer video. All you need to know about this competition and how India's participation has been. Throughout these qualifiers, of course, we are playing in a group stage format, and we are experiencing some technical issues with Genocide stream. As of course you can understand, the distance between India and South Africa is so much that, considering the pandemic, we have to play online, all esports athletes, including myself and everybody who is competing in any esport title. So that is an issue we have to take under consideration. But nonetheless, this is where it matters. Today is the day where our athletes are playing against some of the toughest opponents, toughest nations in the group stages. Yesterday, of course, we performed really, really well against the likes of Qatar, Kuwait, and UAE, where we got most of the matches under the bag with those 3 points, but of course, a couple of unlucky draws, which I explained earlier in the group stage. We can quickly have a look at the points table once again while the technical issue is being solved between Genocide and Kieran Moodley of South Africa to start that Xbox leg. So quickly showing you the points table now. Team India, of course, after yesterday's matches, I'm going to take you through once again to anybody who's tuned in just now. Team India played 6 matches yesterday, and we finished with 3 wins, 3 draws, and 0 losses. So Team India was undefeated in their first ever participation in the FIFA eNations Series 2021, where they squared up against some of the best nations in this region. And today is a testing day because the teams that you see on the second and the third spot are South Africa and Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia, of course, as all the FIFA fanatics know, MS Dasari, the world champion, who is one of the best players still in the world and has been for quite a while, you have to say. And all the young athletes, e-athletes, FIFA athletes, whatever term you want to use for the competitive FIFA players, look up to that man and want to become like him, including our e-Tiger Charanjot. So that is going to be a fantastic matchup to see. The next match for Charanjot on PlayStation would be MS Dosari. But nonetheless, we have started off our match, and the match was in fact going on since a while. And like I said, the technical issues have to be kept in. So as a player and as a caster, I have been here so many times. So I hope our fans can understand this too. I know you guys have missed out on 25 minutes of in-game action, but there we go. Kaelan Moodley from South Africa, the best South African FIFA player this year. He's playing from left to right in their famous yellow and green kit, whereas Genocide is playing from right to left in the prestigious light blue Indian kit. You have to see how the things pan out in this match. Of course, we could not see what happened in the first 20 minutes, but from the looks of it, it's 0-0. So we haven't missed any goals. And Genocide, of course, tries to stop this attack of Kaelan Moodley. Of course, like I mentioned, the best South African player who has won 3 FGS in their region, which is quite incredible to see. Alphonso Davies snatching the ball away for our e-Tiger Genocide. That's a beautiful dribbling. That's some beautiful dribbling by R9. Lobs it towards R9 again. That was a great 1-2 from Mbappe and R9, but just not good enough to receive the ball inside the box, take a touch, and take that very important shot. It's only a matter of time that you will be seeing goals flying around in this game, because as we all know, both the players have so much of quality. Genocide being extremely prolific in front of the goal. His arsenal of attack is so wide that we've seen some fantastic skills from Ari Tiger from Mumbai. Just 20 years old, such a young age, representing your country, wearing the famous kit and taking taking home the matches, all the points. So we have to see how things go on in this match with Genocide, of course, being so confident on the ball. We've seen he keeps a lot of the possession, tries to bring out the defenders of his opponents. And that's exactly what he's doing. Bruno Fernandes on the ball, plays it back to Ruud Gullit. Rotating game management is the key for these young e-athletes. Kaelan, of course, just so young, only 18 years of age, exactly how old as our e-Tiger Charanjot is. And that man that you see from South Africa has won so many tournaments already. The fact that we all compete in the same region, not South Africa, not in the global series, but they will be playing against each other in the playoffs. So the first South African player that you saw on PlayStation against Charanjot will be facing him in the playoffs later this year alongside Kaelan. So these players have to play against each other again. But today, where it matters for your nation to take your flag to Copenhagen, Denmark later this year, they are battling it out. And Team India has kicked off from left to right in that famous light blue kit. It's really pleasing to the eye as well that you see your kits in game, especially a proud feeling being from India, and of course seeing your team's kit on the virtual pitch as well, given officially by EA inside the game. R9 intercepting that pass and straight away taking the ball away from Genocid is Kalen Moodley trying to build up his attack now. Rude Hullet plays it to Alfonso Davies trying to build up from the back. You have to talk about Genocid's consistent performances from yesterday, where we saw him coming back even when he was a couple goals down, actually then taking a lead, conceding 2 goals, and then taking another lead of 2-0. As with Bruno Fernandes in a very dangerous position for Kalen Moodley. Plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's a very good goal. You have to give it to him. And a famous celebration of Cristiano Ronaldo giving the much needed goal for the South Africans. And we have to understand that with so much on the line, we have to back up RE Tigers. And we have shown this again and again that they have come back from the most difficult positions in the game. We saw Charanjot going down by a goal against Julio from South Africa on the PlayStation side of things. And now we are down by a goal on Xbox, but it's just 57 minutes on the clock, and we have to give credit to the South Africans, like we always mention, the respect to our opponents has been very clinical, so to say. Genocid throughout the tournament, where he's made consistent comebacks and made himself a national hero. So much of support in the chat. It means the world to the e-athletes, seeing everybody backing the blue, having faith in their e-tigers to make a comeback again and again and again. As we all know, it's not easy to play in these matches with so much at stake. Rude Hullet just being extremely careful with his passing. Bruno Fernandes plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, does a skill, tries to cut back inside. That is some fantastic defending from the Frenchman there, Patrick Vieira, making sure that men in blue do not concede another goal. Pele back to Hullet. That's some nice passing there. Pele tries to control the ball on the wings, has a chance to get inside, tries a directional nutmeg around Alfonso Davies, but the Canadian was having none of it. Bruno Fernandes has the chance to go forward again. Genocid has to defend this if he has any chance of staying in this game. A draw would suffice. A loss would be hurtful, but conceding another goal would surely confirm that loss, given we don't have much time. So Genocid has to be very careful. Mbappe plays it to Vieira. Bruno Fernandes plays it out to Ruud Gullit. Being extremely careful. Genocid, of course, knowing that he does not have a lot of time. This is a time of such intensity, rather, where your eyes are glued to the screen, supporting your e-athletes with those Indian flags in the chat, telling Genocid that we are behind you. Stay focused and try and get that much needed equalizer and stay undefeated. 13 minutes away from the final whistle, and Genocid has to put some more pressure because the South African athlete on Xbox is keeping a hold of the ball. He's playing it smart. He's managing the game well. He knows these 3 points mean everything to the men in yellow and green. Genocid has to start putting on a lot of pressure. He has to bring out bodies forward. As you guys can see, he's activating the team press. Now, all his players would be coming up higher up the pitch and try to win that ball back. Like I mentioned earlier, Kalen has won 3 FGS titles in his region in South Africa. So that young man has a lot of experience, has played against the likes of Fnatic Tex as well. Janacet has to show his quality. This is where the experience counts. This is where you learn. And this is where you have to make the right move. And Charanjot can do that despite the atrocious conditions of playing in that red bar connection. As we all know, it's very difficult for all the athletes. But Janacet is trying his best to try and get that ball. R9 has ball in a very good position, tries to dink one in, exactly like his South African compatriot, Julio, how he scored. He's going to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. He's going to manage the game really well. Quite a dull game, to be honest, with just one goal. But unfortunately, that match has ended India's unbeaten streak in this tournament. Fantastic, fantastic run by Team India, you have to say. And sometimes all good things do come to an end. And Genocide, unfortunately, could not keep that winning streak alive, but he did try his level best, of course. Like I mentioned, Kalen from South Africa is a very good player. It's a learning curve for all the e athletes. But with that being said, Team India will resume their matches, kicking off with the PlayStation leg. The biggest match you will ever see is Charanjot versus MS Tosari coming up right after this break. We resume at 4:30 p.m. Get your drinks out, have some popcorn, and support our e-athletes and enjoy the game when we come back. See you shortly. Welcome back, guys, to the most anticipated match of this tournament. It's RE Tiger Charanjot Singh versus MS Dosari. I think there's no match better than this, especially uh, for all the Indian FIFA fanatics out there, because for RE Tiger to play against MS Dosari, who's a world champion, former world champion, is just an incredible feeling. So now that we unfortunately lost the game on Xbox, India is at 13 points. We'll quickly show you the table before the match starts, and then we can move forward with the game. So that's it for you. Saudi Arabia is top of the table now, and South Africa in the second position, with India dropping down to third because of that one loss. But all the teams, South Africa, of course, almost at the same level as India in terms of the points table, where you can see 4 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss for South Africa, where for India it's 3 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. So just because of that one draw, we are 2 points behind South Africa. But yeah, the biggest challenge is Saudi Arabia. The biggest challenge is MS Tosari, the former world champion, taking on our champion. India is number one, West Asia number three. MS Tosari, of course, facing our E-Tiger, Charanjot Singh. Like I was telling yesterday, Charanjot Singh is third in the West Asia region, with Y2 Harti being the first and MS Tosari being the second. So, of course, you see the competitiveness in this region. And when that comes down to eNations, playing for your country, it all comes down to this. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are sitting with your popcorn, with supporting our E-Tiger, Charanjot Singh, and we are kicking off with one of the most anticipated matches of this tournament. Our E-Tiger, Charanjot, playing from left to right in the famous, prestigious light blue kit of Team India, provided by EA in the game. Such an incredible thing to see. Whereas MS Dosari playing on the PS side of things for Saudi Arabia, playing in that black kit. Mbappe straight away for the attack. A very good chance for Charanjot to get that first goal, but well intercepted by MS Dosari. Khulit plays it to R9. That's a foul committed in a very dangerous position, though, because these are the positions that you can straight away build an attack from. But MS Dosari chooses to rotate the ball, and Charanjot gets back in shape to defend his attacks. Pele inside the box, gets a bit lucky, does a heel to heel, and R9 scores that goal. It's kind of unfortunate to our boy Charanjot, as we saw Maldini not doing his bit to defend that. It's quite unfortunate, so to say, but that's the world champion right there for you, who will not leave you. He will punish you for that mistake. And Maldini has costed Team India the first goal of this game. Charanjot has to be very careful with every move, because this match is being played in a one match format. And when I say that, there has to be a result from this game. It will be a win, 3 points, a draw, 1 point, a loss, 0 points. There is no second leg on PlayStation against one particular country. To everyone tuning in just now, this is game of the season. Like I just read a comment from an absolute huge Indian fan that we can see in the chat. This is, in fact, game of the season. And like I said, every match is important. Every match has a determined result. And these 3 points are extremely crucial for Team India to get that strong foothold in the group stages again. We're down by a goal, but I guess not for long with the way Charanjot is attacking. R9 tries to do a couple of skills, but then again, well intercepted by MS Tosari. Just to give you guys a heads up that Genocide will be squaring off against Y2 Harthi on the export side of things. One of the most anticipated matchups and the toughest matches were expected from South Africa and from Saudi Arabia. Alfonso Davies plays it out to Bruno Fernandes. Nice bit of 1-2 with Ruud Gullit. Back to Bruno Fernandes, twisting and turning outside the box. Pele to Bruno Fernandes. Plays it out to Ruud Gullit. You saw the professionalism of these players. They will try to keep the ball as much as possible. MS Dosari, of course, has been a world champion, has played at the highest level of competitive FIFA in the world, beating the likes of Fnatic Tex and all the top players that you know of in the competitive FIFA scene. It's a huge task for our Tiger Charanjot, but he's not going to be phased by this challenge because he knows that it is an opportunity of a lifetime to represent blue, famous blue, and our country at such a high level. He has to give it his all. Gets a foul. Ruud Gullit, of course, bringing down it straight away from the free kick. The possession was conceded, and a lot of nerves in the chat, from what I can see. Everybody just biting on their nails because we conceded the first goal, and Charanjot has to make his way back into the game. Virgil van Dijk plays it to Alfonso Davies. Pele to Vieira. R9 has a chance of playing that pass to Cristiano Ronaldo. So unfortunate. Had that gone through, Ronaldo would have been one-on-one on goal. It would have been a chance to take the lead. I almost gave the ball away there. That was some very good pressure by Ari Tiger Charanjot. Pele in a dangerous position, well defended by Virgil van Dijk there. Even in the first goal that Team India conceded against Saudi Arabia, it's the fact that Maldini could have done better, and Virgil van Dijk was on point with his defending in that particular case because it was almost like a same scenario when Team India conceded the first goal, when Charanjot conceded the first goal. R9 plays it to Vieira. Ronaldo, nice one-touch passing. Charanjot building up the momentum. Can he capitalize on this? R9 has a chance to play to Ruud Gullit. Building up the play patiently. But on the opposite front, Saudi Arabia has a world champion playing for them. And the patience that man has shown to defend that and straight away come on the counter. Tries to square it. Somehow reaches Ruud Gullit. And still has a chance to play Joao Cancelo inside the box in a very dangerous territory. Last attack of this half will be going to MS Dosari. Kylian Mbappe does a heel-to-heel and he scores. Like I said, we are facing such a huge task. It's like a mountain to climb, a very tough mountain to climb for Ari Tiger playing against a former world champion. Charanjot has to be a bit more precise with his attacking. He has shown a couple of nice attacks to show that promise, but just not able to get a shot on goal. And well, he has shown a lot of promise in the West Asia qualifiers, beating some of the best players. For example, that young kid from Saudi Arabia who managed to beat MS Dosari in the West Asia number 3 FCC 3 qualifiers. He went on to beat MS Dosari, and then Charanjot beat that player in the West Asia qualifiers. So you can say the quality is right there. A lot of people do question uh, that it's our first season, and rightly so, because we need this kind of experience from playing against the world champion. Saudi Arabia playing from left to right in that black kit. MS Dosari has the possession to start off with now. Charanjot Singh, of course, playing from right to left in our blue Indian kit. Hullet plays it to R9. Mbappe. You can see the professionalism from MS Dosari trying to rotate the ball as much as possible. Cristiano Ronaldo plays it to Bruno Fernandes. Inside the box. Couple of skills there. Ruud Gullit, of course, will win that aerial duel against Bruno Fernandes. Again, that pass awkwardly bounces, and Charanjot is not able to capitalize. You see the pressure being put by Charanjot, but that could be quite risky as Cristiano Ronaldo is on his bike, running away from the defender. That's a very important save by Edwin van der Sar. Charanjot, it was like a risk versus reward situation. And again, the ball bounces off, unfortunately, off his player. It's been happening quite a lot in this particular match. So Charanjot has to stay focused. Cheaply given away the possession, and all the pressure again is on our E-Tiger. Bruno Fernandes plays it to Hullet. Mbappe manages to win the ball back again. Charanjot with R9 with a lot of pressure from Vieira. Nicely rotates the ball. And well defended once again by the Saudi Arabian player. Bruno Fernandes plays it to R9. Nice bit of passing shown. Ruud Gullit has the chance to get a goal back and get Team India back into this game. Nice little attempt to nutmeg the defender, but the defender was having none of it. Trying to stay as composed as possible, MS Dosari, in a situation like this. Bruno Fernandes plays it to Ruud Gullit. Cancelo back to Gullit. Bruno Fernandes tries to put in a leg, but just not enough to beat that 6'4" frame of Ruud Gullit there. Alphonso Davies squares it back to Cristiano Ronaldo. Does a couple of skills, gets lucky once again inside the box, I have to say. With the second ball coming down to him, but not taking away any quality of MS Dosari. Of course, he's been nothing but fantastic in this game. Charanjot has been the victim of some awkward bounces in the game, which has costed him the possession. And it's really frustrating as a FIFA player myself, I can say this, that when you're in that situation, when things don't go your way, it can get really difficult in that head of yours. Pele again tries to run away from the defender, but MS Dosari being extremely patient with his attack. Bruno Fernandes has the ball. 70 minutes are up on the clock. If there is any ray of hope for Charanjot to come back in this game, he has to change formations. He has to start pressing MS Dosari to try and get that goal back. Ronaldo plays it to Pele. Nicely cut that passing lane by Bruno Fernandes. Maldini plays it to Carlos Alberto. Mbappe to R9. Gullit patiently building up, has a good chance. Pele does a nice little one touch against Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to get away from the defender. That's a really nice attempt, but saved by Edwin van der Sar. Since it was Pele on his left foot, it's not the strongest foot that he took a shot from. As you guys can see, Charanjot playing that narrow formation with everybody in the center, the likes of Mbappe and Eusebio now, that the five-star weak foot. When I say five-star weak foot, for everybody who does not know much about FIFA, five-star weak foot means that the players are equally good on either of the legs to take a shot or to make a pass. And that Eusebio, the Portuguese, is so important in that central position for Charanjot now for the rest of the minutes. 12 minutes to be precise, plus stoppage time for Charanjot to make any comeback in this game. Quite unfortunate to concede that first goal. It's very demotivating to concede something like that straight at Edwin van der Sar, though. The corner routine not paying off this time, and MS Dasari will take all the time in the world to actually take that throw in from the goalkeeper. Alfonso Davies running down the wings, does a directional nutmeg on the side. Charanjot manages to get out of that and tries to build his own attack now. R9 plays it out to Ruud Gullit. Again, that through ball just not good enough for Charanjot in that time, and this gives MS Dasari a chance to finish off this game. But what a tackle from Maldini, redeeming himself from the first mistake that he did. That's an important clutch tackle, especially considering that he made that mistake right at the start of this game. MS Dasari, of course, managing the game really well, running away from the players and trying to make room on the wings to avoid the press of our Tiger Charanjot. Mbappe plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, tries to play it back to Mbappe. That pressure being put a lot by Charanjot. But like I said, no need to get disheartened. We are playing against the world champion, and it does take a lot of time and experience to perform where he's performed in this game. Like, we always respect our opponent, especially the countries in the FIFA Nations Cup. Massive respect to them and their players for performing this well against our Tigers. GG's to Saudi Arabia for winning that match on PlayStation 4. Like we anticipated, game of the season, and Charanjot unfortunately goes down to MS Dasari in that PS4 leg, 2-0 down. But we'll straight away be heading to the match for the Xbox match where Siddh Chandarana as we know him, against Y2 Harthi, the first seeded player in the West Asia region on Xbox, on PlayStation, but he's playing on Xbox this tournament. So it's going to be a fantastic match. We are waiting for the match feed to come in and we can kick things off with that game, because like we saw in the last match, it's always an honor for our players as well to play against the likes of MS Dasari. Maybe we are giving them a lot of respect, but that is how it is when it comes to our players learning from the best of the best in the competitive scene, because MS Dasari is and has been a top player since a long time, and he's just 21. So you can say that Charanjot has a lot to learn. He's only 18, and he will definitely be up there with the best when the time comes. We're waiting for the match feed for Siddh, who will be taking on Y2 Harthi in the Xbox side of things, and this will be our last match of the group stage, after which we will be seeing how we fare up in the group table. But as of now, let's just wait for the match feed. Maybe we can have a quick look at the explainer video or the standings, where we'll see how the tournament goes down, how the players have reached at this stage, how the nations are competing in this tournament. And we'll be taking a look at the explainer video to explain everything to you that you need to know about this tournament and how the teams have made it through the ranks to try and qualify for the grand finals in Copenhagen, Denmark.
Welcome to the FIFA eNations Series 2021, where nations from all around the world lay it all on the line to compete in the FIFA eNations Cup. The FIFA eNations Series is split into 5 different zones: South America, North and Central America, Asia and Oceania, Middle East and Africa, and Europe. To make it to the FIFA eNations Cup, the nations must battle it out in their zone's online qualifiers. Online qualifiers begin with a group stage that leads into a knockout stage. Each nation chooses 2 players to represent their country in 1v1 games. One game is played on PS4 and the other is played on Xbox. Each zone has a dedicated number of available spots at the final. Only the best teams secure the dedicated spots and join the host nation Denmark at the FIFA eNations Cup. On August 20th to 22nd, 24 of the best nations will come together in Copenhagen to compete for national pride. Nations will choose a total of 3 players to represent their country on the hunt for ultimate glory. Which nation has what it takes to bring home the FIFA eNations Cup 2021 title this year? Follow all the action on FIFA.gg.
Well, that was the explainer video taking you through how the tournament works, what the format is, what are the teams in whatever region they're competing, and how they will make it to the grand finals. So taking while we get Genocide on the face cam, watching him prepare for this game and kicking off with our Xbox side of things against Saudi Arabia, let's just quickly talk about what are the teams in this region. If you're new to the stream for the first time, tuning into the official broadcast of the Indian football e-matches for the FIFA eNation Series online Series 2021, that Kuwait, Qatar, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and UAE, alongside our country, India, we will be competing, as we are already, in this region known as the Middle East and Africa region. And India, of course, we went undefeated yesterday against our opponents, Qatar, Kuwait, and UAE. Of course, we had some really unlucky draws, which, if had they been converted actually into the wins, we would not be in a cagey situation like this that we are right now, with 1 draw and 2 losses as of now on day 2. But nonetheless, this is the chance for our E-Tiger Genocide to get us back into the game. And if we win this match, it's going to be ending on a very good note, with Team India being currently at 13 points. And if we do end up winning this leg, then we will be at 16 points, which will be a solid position for us to finish the group stage and then moving on to the knockout phases. So, of course, it's going to be a very tough game. Like I mentioned earlier, Y2 Harti is the number 1 player on PlayStation in terms of the West Asia FGS rankings. But he will, of course, be taking on Genocide on Xbox, not on PlayStation this time for this tournament. So Genocide, like we've seen, already invited his opponent Y2 Harti, waiting in the lobby for them to kick off this match, which is absolutely crucial for Team India and for all our fans. You obviously know how Genocide has performed throughout this tournament. Only 1 loss for him this time around, and of course, even for Charanjot, is only 1 loss in the whole tournament. Just that they had quite unlucky draws yesterday, and today's draw was coming back into the game after Julio from South Africa on PlayStation took the lead against Charanjot. But right at the death, 85th minute, Charanjot managed to get that equalizer and get that 1 crucial point for Team India going into the group stage. Especially now that this is the last match, try and keep you updated as and when FIFA updates it. If you want to look at all the updates regarding the points table and all the matches, head over to FIFA.gg to check all the. You might find the link in the chat description already, and you will be seeing all the teams and how their result have been in terms of this tournament. We saw Genocide inviting Y2 Harti once again because of these technicalities. There is unexpected delay. See, of course, players have to be so versatile in terms of playing on different consoles from in these tournaments, like we saw Genocide, of course, playing in the E Club World Cup as well, which is again a tournament hosted by FIFA officially, where Genocide did play in the E Club World Cup. So he has a lot of experience in his bag playing on this console and playing against some of the familiar faces from this region, especially Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and UAE, because these are some of the nations that are constantly up there in our region, and Africa, of course, being introduced in this region as well this time. Let's just have a look at the points table if it is updated. Even if it's not, I will take you through how the points table has updated, especially in terms of India's case. If we can have a look at that right now until the game starts. We'll just quickly. All right, so I just got a heads up that a graphic would not be possible for the updated points table as of now, since it's not updated on FIFA.gg. But I'm just going to tell you that India is on 13 points at the moment. Saudi Arabia moving on to 19 points in the table. And as and when the points table is updated, we will be showing you that. South Africa was on 15 points before the last round started. So after playing against Team India, we will be seeing where they are in terms of points table. But before the previous round of fixtures, Saudi Arabia was at 16 points. Now they are at 19. South Africa were at 15. And depending upon their result in other matches, we will see where they are. Team India is at still 13 points and we're third in the table. So we will have to see how things pan out with our last game in the group stage. We can see that Y2 Harti has finally joined the game lobby, and they are kicking off with the match now. It'll be interesting to see how Genocide prepares for this game. You can see him on the face cam now. He's doing his best to focus in the game now that he knows that Charanjot did not couldn't manage to win, actually, which is quite fair to say, because he was playing against the world champion. And even though Charanjot is India's best, every FIFA player has a lot to learn, especially from players who have played at live events and especially being a world champion. But nonetheless, this is the team that you see on screen. He is playing Rio Ferdinand for a change that you would not see that much, but he is comfortable in going with that centre back. I don't think so. I've seen it before, but there we go. Kicking off with the last match of today in terms of the group stage, where Team India takes on Saudi Arabia on the Xbox side of things. R9 kicking off the game for Genocide. Virgil van Dijk to Hullet. And the ball just cheaply given away there in the midfield. Suddenly all the pressure comes down to you if you concede the first goal, and Genocide would be looking to get that first goal, the very crucial goal that is required for Genocide in this particular case, because he has to be extremely careful, knowing that these 3 points are so important. But nonetheless, we have the chance to support our E-Tigers. Like we always say, that the support is as important as that chance was. R9 gets the ball back again, and there we go. With a little bit of luck, we get the ball. Genocide gets the ball right at place at the right time, and R9 burying it at the near post. So much of support in the chat. Let's go, Team India. Back to blue. Keep your support going because our athlete, our e-Tiger, needs that support right now. And he has got that first goal, like I was mentioning earlier. It is so important as a FIFA player in any tournament for an athlete to get the first goal. And R9 with a beautiful finish at the near post gives Team India the first goal of this match and putting Y2 Harthi, the number one player in the West Asia rankings right now, is down by a goal to our Tiger, who has performed extremely well in these online qualifiers of the FIFA eNations Online Series 2021. Bruno Fernandes for Y2 Harthi is going to try and build up as patiently as possible. Johan Cruyff plays it to Pele. Cruyff is another interesting player that we are seeing in Y2 Harthi's team. He's playing some interesting choices, interesting players that we haven't seen from the players since yesterday. Ronaldo, ball snatched away by Alphonso Davies. That is some really nice, aggressive game style, defensive aggressiveness from our athlete Janacid. Carlos Alberto to Hullet. Plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo. R9 in a very good position. Tries to dribble his way, but stopped by Patrick Vieira. At 6'5", 6'4" frame of Patrick Vieira at the back is of course so difficult to get past. And quite unfortunately, we do concede that equalizer from Y2 Harthi. Davies running down the wings, squares it off to Bruno Fernandes. The defenders weren't exactly as they were supposed to be at in terms of their positioning. Janacid must be shattered to concede that goal, especially considering the fact that he scored an early goal, had that momentum going, had that advantage going. And then suddenly to concede a goal is quite demoralizing, but he has to build on this. R9 in a very good position. If he gets that lead again, he will be super confident, and I'm pretty sure he will be able to manage this game really well. Cristiano Ronaldo takes a shot, so unfortunate. What a save by Edwin van der Sar. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't usually miss those chances. Fair to say, Ronaldo could have played a pass down to the striker who's next to him and could have been a tap in. But you can see the confidence oozing out of Janacid right now. Tries to dribble his way past around the byline. Should have been a goal, nonetheless. Carlos Alberto plays it to Patrick Vieira. Back to Carlos Alberto. Mbappe managing the game by keeping a lot of the possession. Y2 Harthi, of course, these Saudi Arabian players are so good, have been competing since years. And this is India's first season in FIFA esports competitively, even in the global series and in the FIFA eNations and all FIFA's flagship tournaments. India is participating for the first time. So our e-athletes have a lot to learn from what we have seen on day 2. The fact that Janacid is still in this game is a huge confidence booster, not just for himself, but for the whole of Team India to try and get that lead restored once again. Kylian Mbappe on the wings, going to do a couple of skills, tries to get away from Carlos Alberto, but great defending, you have to say, from the Saudi Arabian. It's always exciting to see players coming from different nations competing against each other. to make it to the grand finals. It's a good chance for Pele. Janacid does commit. That's not something you would want to do at this stage of the game. Unfortunately, concedes a penalty. Bruno Fernandes has the chance to bury that, and he does for Waitu Harthi. For Janacid to take the lead and then concede 2 goals is obviously disheartening. The fact that you're playing against such good players from Saudi, you will be facing a lot of pressure. But it's still early. Last chance of the first half of our last group stage game for Indian football. Can Janacid get us back into this game? Last attack, what an important tackle that is from Patrick Vieira, extending out his left leg and making sure that he wins the ball in a very important position. But the referee is happy with how the things have been in the first half, blows the whistle. We are at halftime with our Xbox leg. Team India is trailing by a goal against the Xbox player of Saudi Arabia, which is Waitu Harthi. Gonna be a while before we understand how the group stages conclude and where Team India's final standing is. This last half, we have to give it our all, and we have to show a lot of support in this match. Janacid needs it now more than ever. To all the fans, to everybody supporting Indian football in the FIFAe Nations Series Online Qualifiers 2021, this is your time to show your support to our young e-athlete, e-tiger, and make this dream, that was quite a dream until Team India got the opportunity to participate in this tournament, to actually turn it into a reality and push these young e-athletes to qualify for the grand finals in Copenhagen, Denmark. This is the time where the support counts. This is the time where all our prayers have to be answered in order to get us through that finishing line. R9 plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Back to R9. Solid defending by Bruno Fernandes there for Waitu Harthi. Launches it straight away onto the attack. But great defending by Janacid there. Carlos Alberto plays it to Hullet. That's an amazing through ball. Had that chance to dink one in, make even a pass to his striker. But nice set of skills there. Pele in a very good position again. Saved by Edmund van der Sar. Van der Sar has saved Waitu Harthi on 2 occasions now, which is a huge boost for the Saudi Arabian. And now he launches one at Alphonso Davies on the left wing, well defended by Janacid. It's giving me a feeling that this game is going to be so end-to-end, with Janacid trying to press, cheaply gives away the ball at the center of the pitch. Sometimes becomes really difficult in that connection to play, as we all know as FIFA athletes. Vieira to R9. Plays it out to Alphonso Davies. Has the chance to make a comeback. That's a great pass to Kylian Mbappe. Plays it to R9. What a fantastic goal that is. We saw this coming. The pressure was building up, and Janacid finally gets his goal. Gets Team India back on terms with Saudi Arabia in this crucial crucial match, the last match of the group stage. What a fantastic build up that was. Genocide, of course, being a little bit unlucky before this, while Y2 Hearties, Edwin van der Sar, that goalkeeper, saving him on a couple of different occasions. But Genocide coming back, as always, has proven his quality once again to get Team India back to level pegging. Because we will be going on a break after this match to see how the table will be at the end of all rounds, the end of round 5. And 6 teams in this region, like we saw in the explainer video, and I'm going to repeat it again, 6 teams in this region, in the Middle East and Africa region, India being one of them, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and South Africa. Cristiano Ronaldo, once again, Edwin van der Sar saves another chance. Genocide must be so frustrated right now to miss so many chances to put Team India in front. That was a chance to give us the lead. Genocide is like a steam rolling engine. Once he gets going, he will not stop. And we are seeing that right now. With so many chances, this is the time where we need the support of all the Indian fans in the chat. We're so close. So close in terms of getting that win. Just that one chance is all we need. Great defending. Just has to keep his calm and defend these attacks against the number 1 player in the West Asia region at this point in time, which is Y2 Harti, attacking in that black and gold kit, being extremely careful with his passing right outside the box of Team India. There we go. Ronaldinho, the famous Brazilian, with that ponytail running down the wings. Look at him go in that motion. Of course, a delight to see such a legend on the pitch for Genocide, especially in the Indian kit. Looks fantastic to see. But can he push us over the line? Kylian Mbappe inside the box has the chance to put Team India in front. Couple of skills. Bruno Fernandes plays it to Ruud Gullit. Plays it to R9! 3-2 to Team India. What a comeback. And we have seen everything from being a goal down to coming back and then scoring another one. Genocide has been nothing but phenomenal. To all the Indian fans out there, believe, back the blue, support your athletes, give them the confidence. You have to understand the level of commitment it takes for a FIFA player to play at this level and give his best. And Genocide, look at the professionalism, look at the commitment, the determination, the zeal, the fire this man has shown, knowing that his teammate, his brother, went down to the world champion on the PlayStation side of things. And to go down a goal himself, but to make a comeback, that beautiful turn from the Brazilian magician. R9 has put us in the lead. 83 minutes on the clock. 7 more minutes for Team India to defend this lead and finish on a high in the group stages. Possibly a second position or even the first. Probably, no, it can't be first, but doesn't matter right now. All we have to do is to qualify for the knockout stages as a better seed. Look at that tackle from Patrick Vieira. absolutely ramming into Hullet and taking the ball away. Look at the pressure that's been put by Y2 Harthi. Ronaldinho plays it to Ruud Gullit. Is gonna have no shame whatsoever to waste time, manage the game like he was managed by Kalen of South Africa. That is some fantastic game management we've been seeing from Genesid. With that being said, Team India has won their Xbox leg against Saudi Arabia, the most difficult fixture of this tournament. Genesid has been phenomenal. And if we could get Genesid for a chat, for a quick chat, before we go on a break, all the fans would absolutely love that. We'll try and see if we can get him on the face cam, sharing his emotions about this game. That's how he conceded the equalizer, then went down by conceding a penalty in the 42nd minute, which was quite unfortunate, so to say. But for him to make a comeback from that position, it's fantastic to see. Janacet has given Team India those crucial 3 points. Look at those stats: 8 shots, 7 on target, 56% possession, 7 tackles. Amazing, amazing commitment, which you will see from this young man from Mumbai. Obviously, he must be jumping, he must be breathing a sigh of relief, he must be giving that shout to himself that, yes, come on, Team India, back the blue. I've done it. I've made my country proud in one of the most difficult matches you will see. But there we have it. Genesid on camera. We will be setting him up with the microphone for everybody to talk to him. This young man, look at the confidence oozing out of him. He's going to switch on his mic now, and we'll be having a chat with this young man who has been phenomenal in the last game. Genesid, I don't think so we can hear you, man. You need to probably switch on your mic again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What a fantastic performance that was, Genesis. Almost like a World Cup winning moment. The chat is oozing right now to know what you have just done. Talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, these are still the group matches. So, I mean, I think this game was very important for our confidence going into knockouts. And I think we've secured the knockouts as well. So, I mean, I would say don't get excited just yet. There's still a long way to go. And I think we have a 1 hour break. So, hopefully, I can take a good rest and be right back.
That is fantastic. Now tell us about how the game went. Like I asked you yesterday as well after your match, the shifting of emotions from being down by 2 goals or a goal down, knowing there's so much of pressure that your brother, your fellow E-Tiger, could not win his game, of course, against MS Dosari, who's a world champion. But for you to play the number one player in the West Asia region and getting that W, how does that feel? What were you going through in the game? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think it's all about the confidence. As soon as the game started, CJ lost his game to Dossery, so I knew I had to get a result. And as soon as I got the first goal, the confidence helps you so much. And I think the gameplay was not as bad as the game against South Africa, so I could actually move my players. And once I get going, I don't think there's anyone who can stop me.
There you go, the confidence of this young man from Mumbai, just 20 years of age. You have been nothing but phenomenal, Janice. Keep up the good work. You have given Team India the much needed confidence going into the knockouts. With that being said, thank you so much, Janice, for this chat. Go prepare, and we will see you back in an hour's time. And we will be announcing a short break now. We'll be resuming after 1 hour with the updated table and with the knockout stages. Stay tuned, back the blue, and we'll be right back. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the official broadcast of the Indian football e-matches for the FIFA e-Nation Series 2021. The match has already started between Saudi Arabia and India, as we saw. And according to the rules, the regulations that have been guided by FIFA, the team which finished first in the group stage, or whichever is the highest seed in the group, will be getting the first match on that console. So, just to give you guys an update, there has to be a clear winner from every match in this double elimination format. And with that being said, Charanjot scores the first goal for Team India. Just when I was talking about the format, Charanjot was having none of it. And what a beautiful finish that is from none other than Pele, scoring a goal against the former world champion MS Dosari. What a beautiful goal that is from this young man. Humble beginnings from Chandigarh, rising up to being the best FIFA player India has ever seen. In the knockout stages, scoring the first goal against MS Dosari. What an important moment this is for the whole country, supporting the e-athletes in this tournament. That's another great chance. Tries to cut in. Bruno Fernandes has that ball. Of course, we've been seeing a lot of composure shown by MS Dosari in the match. He has been absolutely phenomenal in the group stage, as we all saw, not giving much options to CJ. But he has rectified his mistake. He has brought himself back together. And Cristiano Ronaldo tries to attack. What a great chance that was to actually go forward and get another goal over Saudi Arabia. But as of now, India leads by a goal to nil against Saudi Arabia in this double elimination semi-final match 1 on PlayStation. Building up from the wings, MS Dosari, Alphonso Davies, to the much relief of all the fans of our E-Tiger Charanjot. Alphonso Davies taking care of that situation and making sure there were not any slip-ups inside Team India's D-box. Patrick Vieira plays it to Pele. Twisting and turning right outside the box, waiting for that moment. Look at the professionalism of Charanjot, being extremely patient. That is why he is the best player in India. Knows exactly what to do. At what position? Cristiano Ronaldo! What a beautiful goal that is. CR7 doing that fake shot, and MS Dosari is stunned. Saudi Arabia is stunned. To the much delight of Team India, Charanjot has scored another goal to give us that edge over the Saudi Arabians. Wonderful build-up by this young man. Comes inside the box again, tries to get another goal. He has been phenomenal right at the start of this game. R9 tries to build, plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, back to Hullet. Patrick Vieira. It's nice game management from Charanjot there. Keeping the ball, playing exactly how he should be. Showing the former world champion MS Dosari that he has so much of quality in him. Mbappe on the wings tries to minus the pass to Cristiano Ronaldo, almost getting the third goal there. Kylian Mbappe plays it to Patrick Vieira. Goes all the way back to Maldini. Of course, Mbappe on the wing still has that chance to get the third goal before the first half finishes. Has the chance to make it 3-0. Cristiano Ronaldo off to a flyer. Fantastic to see. Charanjot, he's a madman on the loose. This is incredible. This is unbelievable to the eye. The fact that how he has lost his game in the group stages. He is up by 3-0 against MS Dosari. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like we all say, CJ is just too good. And the fact that he is performing at this level, tries to do a bridge, turns inside, plays it to R9. Why did he not shoot? That should have been a goal. Look at the stats. 68% possession, 4 shots, 3 on target. Rather, 4 shots, 4 on target for Charanjot. What a start this has been. 3 goals. Should have been a 4th goal, if I have to be very honest. What a fantastic first half. MS Dosari must be wondering, what does he need to do to actually get back into this game? Charanjot, the prodigy from India, in a game where it matters the most, is up by 3-0 against not just the best player from Saudi Arabia, all these years that we've been seeing Saudi competing, but the fact that he's up by 3 goals against the former world champion, as I said earlier, has beaten the likes of Fnatic Tex and so many other good players in the world. Charanjot, of course, up there to be the best. With that being said, he has conceded a goal as a great chance created by MS Dosari. You have to be focused when you're up, even if you're up by 5 goals in a game of FIFA. You have to be focused and extremely professional right till the end. And Charanjot is up by 2 goals still, but he has to be extremely careful. He cannot be conceding another goal. Otherwise, that would bring on a lot of pressure to him. Mbappe running down the wings, has a chance to score another goal. R9! Fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic this is. Mbappe running down the wing, cuts inside. Does that cheeky little lob pass to R9. Half volley and banger of a goal. We are witnessing history in the making for Charanjot to be up by 4-1 in this match. Look at the pressure from MS Dosari trying to get that goal back. He's putting all the numbers forward. Bullet in the midfield, plays it to R9. Cristiano Ronaldo back to Mbappe. As you can see, MS Dosari has moved to a narrow formation. Everybody in the center. He has to get all his players in the midfield now to have any chance of coming back into this game. But with that being said, Charanjot on the wings. Pele twisting and turning, does a directional nutmeg, has a chance to do another skill, plays it out to Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe, what a great chance that was. CJ is on song. We have seen some of the best FIFA ever played by Charanjot. 4-1 up against MS Dasari. It all comes down to seeing off this game and Genocide winning his match on Xbox, which will be up next. It will seal India's place in the winners' final, which will be taking place tomorrow. Let me remind you that whoever wins this reaches the winners' final, but has to win there as well to confirm their spot in the top two. Since it's a double elimination format, we will be showing you quickly right after this game how the format works in a double elimination format. There we go. MS Dasari has to pass fast enough to try and beat Charanjot's defense, but Charanjot is having none of it. The way he's been playing is just absolutely fantastic. Patrick Vieira tries to successfully do a throw-in to the feet of Bruno Fernandes, carries on with the attack, but I think with 77 minutes of this game, we are about to witness history. Charanjot Singh, this young man from Chandigarh, is going to take home the PS4 side of things in this semi-final between India and Saudi Arabia. Probably going to be developing this nice little rivalry between the two countries when it comes to their athletes playing in the global series as well, in the eNations as well. R9 with a chance, hits the post for MS Dasari. Quite unlucky, so to say. Probably not going to have much of an impact considering Charanjot is up by 2 goals. That was in any way a close game. MS Dasari must be feeling really hard done by. But look at the skill from Pele. Just running past Saudi Arabia's defender. R9 has a chance to take a shot, but commits a foul on Van der Sar. Probably that was just an offside. But what a fantastic, fantastic player Charanjot Singh is. So much of support in the chat. He is absolutely delighted to see the amount of people who have come out in numbers today to support this young man. Just 18 years of old, mind you. He has been phenomenal. Last attack of this game would be going to Charanjot, passes it to Hullet, to Cristiano Ronaldo, dinks one into Mbappe, does a directional nutmeg, again running down the wings. But with that being said, the game is finished. And Charanjot has won his match against MS Dasari, as we were talking about. What an incredible, incredible moment this is for the whole country, not just for Charanjot, because this is absolutely phenomenal. Team India at the top in this first leg of the semi-final. We have seen Charanjot absolutely kill it in the first leg, and now we'll be moving on to Genocide's match against Y2 Harthi in the second leg of this semi-final, which will be played on Xbox. We'll be quickly showing you an explainer video that talks about, anybody who's tuned into the stream now will be showing you quickly as to how the tournament is shaped and how the top 2 teams will qualify from this region.
Welcome to the FIFA eNations Series 2021, where nations from all around the world lay all on the line to compete in the FIFA eNations Cup. The FIFA eNations Series is split into 5 different zones: South America, North and Central America, Asia and Oceania, Middle East and Africa, and Europe. To make it to the FIFA eNations Cup, the nations must battle it out in their zone's online qualifiers. Online qualifiers begin with a group stage that leads into a knockout stage. Each nation chooses 2 players to represent their country in 1v1 games. One game is played on PS4 and the other is played on Xbox. Each zone has a dedicated number of available spots at the final. Only the best teams secure the dedicated spots and join the host nation Denmark at the FIFA eNations Cup. On August 20th to 22nd, 24 of the best nations will come together in Copenhagen to compete for national pride. Nations will choose a total of 3 players to represent their country on the hunt for ultimate glory. Which nation has what it takes to bring home the FIFA eNations Cup 2021 title this year? Follow all the action on FIFA.gg.
Well, what a video to explain everything that you need to know about the FIFA eNations Online Series 2021. That being said, of course, we will be witnessing probably another historic game when Genocide takes on Y2 Harthi in the Xbox leg, in the Xbox side of things. And if he ends up winning that match, Team India will be in the winners' final. Just to give you a quick recap, and probably I think we should take a break first, and I will give you a quick recap before Genocide's game. So we're taking a small, very tiny short break, and we will be back for Genocide's game on the Xbox side of things. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the official broadcast of the FIFA eNation Series Online Qualifiers 2021. All matches of Team India are E-Tigers, of course, Charanjot Singh and Siddh Chandarana participating in the first ever FIFA eNations qualifiers for Team India. My name is Lokmanu06. I am part of the Indian national squad and I'm taking you through all these games because, well, Charanjot Singh has been absolutely phenomenal in the first game against Saudi Arabia. This is fantastic to see. Now we are kicking off with the game on Xbox for Charanjot playing against Y2 Harti. Remember, we did win against Saudi Arabia in the Xbox leg in the group stages where Janacet came down from being 1-2 down to winning that game 3-2, scoring a goal in the 83rd minute. But now it's time. It's where it matters for Team India to reach the winners' final. And this is their chance. Mind you, the winners' final or whatever the result is today, the next following matches will be played tomorrow. So it is not over just yet for us in terms of this tournament, even if there is a situation where any team, not just Team India, any team, they lose today, they will be dropping down to the loser playoffs and then they will making the ranks up. So just letting everybody know the format of how things work. But the way Charanjot has played, we will surely get that W on Xbox. And there's so much of confidence that Geneset has got after Charanjot's victory on the PlayStation side of things. It's incredible to see the support in the chat with so many people. I think the viewership peaked at even 400, 500 people, which is incredible to see on the stream today with so many people supporting our boy Charanjot. But it's time for us to support Genesid, who has been nothing but phenomenal in this tournament. Both the players, Charanjot and Siddh Chandrana, both our Tigers, have lost only one match in the whole tournament, which was Genesid on Xbox to Kalen, and of course, Charanjot Singh losing out to MS Dosari. And now both these results were obviously quite demotivating for Team India, but we have made it to the semi-finals and we have the upper hand going into the next round of fixtures. So we will be showing you a graphic as soon as it's ready for us to explain it to you how the winners and loser bracket works. But it is a double elimination format. So stay focused, stay calm, and I would tell you to always support the Indian national team wherever they compete, not just in esports, but everywhere, because yes, back the blue and always be ready to see some miracles, especially when it comes to esports. We have seen some incredible comebacks from the likes of Genesid and the likes of Charanjot Singh in the tournament for the FIFA eNation Series 2021 that we are all witnessing on this weekend. Of course, Charanjot has made so many people proud when it comes to proving a point. And he did lose out to MS Dosari, which was quite a normal thing because he is a world champion and he is obviously going to have a lot more experience than our young man. But in the knockout phase, where, what can I say, he has shown his quality and has beaten the former world champion 4-1, which probably should have been a scoreline of 6-1 or 7-1 indeed. But there we go. We are starting with the second match of this knockout phase, the semi-final between Team India and Saudi Arabia in the FIFA eNations Online Qualifiers. Genesid will be starting off on the away leg just in a few moments. We're getting Genesid's face cam on ready. He's all set, as you can see. He's preparing for his game. And our kit, of course, the blue, famous, prestigious blue kit. And it's fantastic to see how these kits have been put in the game by EA Sports FIFA. Genesid, of course, taking a walk around, trying to clear his head, getting back to his station, so to say, his workstation to get the job done for today in the knockout phases. It's honestly a moment of pride for all of us, not just the athletes, to be taking part in this tournament courtesy to FIFA E. And they have been really, really professional in terms of giving the opportunity to all the young athletes and the federation themselves. And it's such a wonderful platform to be at. And that being said, we are kicking off with the match between Genesis and Y2 Harthi. Y2 Harthi, just giving a background to all the new viewers on the broadcast today, that Y2 Harthi is the number one player in the West Asia FGS rankings, which is quite incredible to see because he is a player who is quite experienced, has beaten Charanjot in the past in the last FCC as well. But Genesis showed his quality, beat him 3-2 in the group stages to clutch that game, and now he plays against him. Starting off, Saudi Arabia, of course, playing from left to right in that white kit, whereas Genesis is playing from right to left in the blue kit of Team India. Has a chance to take India through to the winners' final. We've seen a lot of situations where we have been down by, conceded the first goal rather, and that was kind of a shaky moment for Genesis defensively, but he has the chance to capitalize after defending really well in that first attack of Y2 Harthi from Saudi Arabia. Plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo, does a directional nutmeg, beautiful goal, left foot, butted, down the far post, Cristiano Ronaldo, but who else is going to give that crucial first goal to Team India? What a fantastic performance this has been from Cristiano Ronaldo in all the matches for Genesis. Such a crucial goal, such an important one that will take Team India one step closer to reaching the winners' final. Back to Joshua Kimmich, plays it out to Ronaldo, but obviously well read by Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Had some fast passing there. Genesis is on song with so much of confidence. He told me before the game that nobody can stop me. And that's exactly what is happening right now. The confidence of this young man launches another shot. Cristiano Ronaldo bangs another one in. What a beautiful finish shot that is. Top corner. As we always say in football, top bins. Beautiful, beautiful FIFA, beautiful football. It's almost like these players just, it's like waking up the demon. You cannot stop them. You poke the bear, and that's what you get in return. The E-Tigers obviously will roar and roar and roar. That's a goal. 2 goals for Genesis. That's always something to cherish for number one West Asia player. Down by 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. Massive respect to them for actually, well, that's a beautiful goal. Just when I was saying how good the number one player in West Asia is, he scores that crucial goal for Saudi Arabia. Like I always say, we give utmost respect to our opponents at Indian football, wherever we compete. And this is a chance for Genesis to extend his lead once again. Mbappe down the wings has a chance to restore that lead. Oh no! What an elastico. What a finish. That is on song. What a goal that is. everything is moving in a slow motion poetry for Genocide. That's almost football poetry that we've been seeing. It's so much of support in the chat. This is a moment of celebration. Genocide just has to be very careful and not concede the next goal, because if he can hold on to this for the first half, he will be able to see this game through. We all trust our E-Tiger, and we know he has to stay calm and composed. That's some fantastic defending and gets away from that pressure that Y2 Harti has been putting on him ever since he conceded the third goal. Look at the frantic action we're witnessing right now. Pele tries to cheekily lob it to R9, but not a good way to do so. Actually, it was a very risky pass. That being said, Y2 Harti gets a free kick. Quickly takes it though, wasting no time whatsoever, knowing that he's down by 2 goals. He has to try and make a comeback in this game. Bruno Fernandes twisting and turning, trying to find the space. That's some fantastic defending by Patrick Vieira right there. Ruud Gullit plays it out to Carlos Alberto. Genocide is building some fantastic momentum and is on the attack once again. Cristiano Ronaldo, beautiful skills there. Pele has the chance to make it 4-1, but great defending. There's some fantastic skills we saw by Cristiano Ronaldo on the wings with those reverse elastico and that fake stop. These are the skills that make you a lot better than the casual FIFA players that we've seen. So much of passion growing for this esport now that Team India has been phenomenal in their journey in FIFAe Nations Cup Online Qualifiers. Kimmich plays it out to Alphonso Davies, gets a throw in. This should be the last attack of this half. Going towards Y2 Harti, Genocide has to be extremely careful in defending that. Successfully does so. That being said, the first half is finished with Team India being up by 3 goals to 1 against a very strong Saudi Arabia lineup. Everybody expected Team India to go down against these experienced players from the Middle East, but our Tigers have proven them wrong. India is 45 minutes away in game, real time to be 5 or 6 minutes to be precise, from securing their place in the winners final. Mind you, I have to tell you that we will be showing you how the bracket works, how the winners final and how the loser playoffs will be going down right after this match. That being said, the second half has started with Genocide with the ball possession, making the most of his opportunities, has to score one more goal to seal the deal and not concede. That's a strong chance for Y2 Harti of Saudi. Has to clear the ball away. So much of pressure. It just gets so difficult to get out of that pressure sometimes. And Y2 Harti, of course, a very experienced player, is going to go all out, all guns blazing towards the Indian team's D-box. Well, Alphonso Davies launches one towards Kylian Mbappe down the wings. He's going to definitely do a skill, earns a throw-in for himself. Bruno Fernandes. Back to R9. Tries to play to Cristiano Ronaldo. Unsuccessful in doing so. Pele in a position which could be costly for Genocide, but again successfully fended off by Virgil van Dijk. Janacid has been really successful in terms of defending these high pressure attacks from Waitu Hartia of Saudi Arabia. You can see how Janacid is making changes to his lineup. Maldini and Van Dijk sitting back for him at that CB position, rock solid as they have been throughout this game. You see Pele, Mbappe, Ronaldo. To people wondering how they have all the best players in the game, FIFA has given the opportunity for all the athletes participating in this tournament to give them unlocked accounts to participate, to use actually in this tournament. Whatever player you want to use, you are free to do so in this tournament, and these players are making the most of it. That was a typical Y2 Harty moment, I have to say, trying his corner routine once again that he did against Charanjot in the Global Series qualifiers. But yes, you have to say Y2 Harty is a strong player. He will not miss the chances that he gets. So Janacid has to be extremely careful. Solid lineup of the world champion MS Dasari, who a lot of athletes look up to, including myself. The fact that Y2 Harty is his teammate and both of them have gone down to our E-Tigers is just absolutely incredible. What a proud moment for Team India. He has to defend this attack. Fantastic defending by Virgil van Dijk, being in the right position at the right time. The strong Dutchman has defended another attack. Janacid has to be a bit more focused. Beautiful tackle from Maldini there. You can imagine the pressure that is on Janacid's shoulders right now to take Team India through to the winners' final in this crucial matchup. Again, Kylian Mbappe this time doing the defensive duties. You see a pause cued by Y2 Harty. He is not happy with how things are going. He knows he's down by 2 goals. He has to do something. Janacid is, of course, going to manage the game really well. He's going to keep the possession. Frustrate Y2 Harty has a chance to finish off this game. Kylian Mbappe in a very good position. But Maldini with a successful tackle for Y2 Harty. Still have the ball. Ruud Gullit plays it to Carlos Alberto. Just calm and composed. The pass to Vieira, back to Gullit. Managing the game like an absolute professional. Janacid. Mbappe has the chance to play it back to Alphonso Davies. Plays it to Patrick Vieira, back to Gullit. The rotation is of utmost professionalism. And the fact that he has to make these passes right with so much of pressure from Y2 Harty, he's done that really well. Cristiano Ronaldo, beautiful reverse elastico down the wings. Tries to go again inside the box, but fended off well by Alphonso Davies. Pele plays it to Bruno Fernandes. Y2 Harty has a very good chance of scoring that goal, but once again, our E-Tiger has defended another attack successfully, and now he is on the run. Tries to play it to R9, but well defended. Just 15 minutes away from reaching the winners' final. Team India will be there. It's only a matter of time. To all the fans and the supporters and the well-wishers, we have successfully reached the winners' final. Well, 12 minutes away from doing so. And I have that much of confidence in my teammate, Janacid, who will bring this home. What a fantastic journey it has been for all the athletes making it to the national team, and these 2 Tigers representing us in this tournament is just fantastic to see. the preparation, the practice, the countless hours that you sit in front of your console and prepare for these matches, for these moments to make your country proud at such a big stage, to have a chance to go to Denmark and represent your country in a LAN event, meeting all the top players from around the country, carrying your flag on your shoulders. What a moment that could be for Team India, because the winners' final would be tomorrow, and the winner of that would secure its place for Copenhagen, Denmark. The grand finals, of course, will be taking place on the 20th to the 22nd of August later this year. Team India has a fantastic chance now that they have beaten the most difficult opponent from this region. We all knew how solid their lineup was as soon as this tournament was announced. Everybody so calm and composed, with so many pauses being cued, both players being extremely, extremely focused. Janacid, of course, trying to defend his lead, while Y2 Harthi is going to do all in his power to try and get those goals back. But this is Janacid's chance to actually secure this. Well, we have seen a Y2 Harthi done against him. Well, what more do I need to say? That is just phenomenal from Janacid. No offense to Y2 Harthi. What an absolute legend of a FIFA player he is. But to get a taste of your own medicine, like we use these terms in sports, feels really good, doesn't it? That has sealed the deal. And what we saw Y2 Harthi doing against Charanjot in the West Asia qualifiers, 3 times, not just one, 3 times, Janacid has pulled that one on him, giving him a taste of his own medicine, which is fantastic to see. Saudi Arabia, the lineup, like I said right at the start of this game, look at the dribbling from Ronaldinho. He's just being really dramatic now, isn't he? Janacid, as always, we all know how dramatic he can get. And what a brilliant save that is from Edwin van der Sar, not even letting that in. Ronaldinho has the chance to run down the flanks, sealing the deal for Team India for the winners' final. And of course, this is such a proud moment for Team India. Saudi Arabia has been nothing but phenomenal the whole tournament. Group leaders, best players. Oh my God, if that would have went in. Janacid, one dangerous FIFA player that he is. This could have been. There we go. With that being said, Team India has confirmed their spot in the winners' final for tomorrow. Cristiano Ronaldo with the handshake, scoring 3 goals, taking home the match ball for Team India and for Janacid. What a fantastic performance against the strongest team in the tournament. Look at the smile on his face. And there we go. There we go. Team India for the win. Look at the aggression. Look at the passion from this man. On the sticks, he has been goated, as we use the term. The goats of Indian FIFA have arrived in the chat. Look at the smile on the face of my boys. Just put on your mics and talk to us, boys. How do you feel? Everybody wants to know how your journey has been, and look where you have brought us. The feeling of pride is, oh my goodness. I'm going to send it over to Janacid first, who has played his match just now. Talk to us. How does it feel, my man?
Feels amazing. I took a revenge for CJ because I remember the corner CJ conceded. So this one was for CJ. And hopefully we still have one more game, and the confidence is oozing out. You can clearly see. So I'm very confident we will get the job done tomorrow.
That is fantastic, Genesis. You were absolutely phenomenal in that game. I can't even imagine how the people are reacting in the stream, on the broadcast, coming down to our best FIFA player in India, Charanjot, I would like to say, winning against the best player, one of the best players in the world, MS Dosari, that to 4-1. Bro, are you all right?
Nah, nah. Like after the first game, he beat me 2-0. I knew like what he was doing, what he'll do in the next match. So I started to press him from the get go. Scored 3 goals, and yeah, and then I tried to control the game. And beating the world champ MS Dosari is like the best thing that could happen to me right now. But I think the best thing which could happen if we qualify for the E Nations tomorrow.
That is certainly going to happen with the way you guys have played and made sure that Team India secure their place in the winners final. Thank you so much, boys, for the chat. You guys have been phenomenal. My teammates, you have made the whole nation proud by your performance today. Let's quickly have a look at the format as to how the winners final is going to take place and how the loser will be playing in the loser playoffs and the loser final as well. So you see it on your screen. All the teams from the Group A, which is the only group in the tournament, team 1 to 6 played against each other, where Saudi Arabia finished first, South Africa finished second, Qatar finished third, and Team India was fourth. Playing against Saudi Arabia in the first semi-finals, Team 1 versus Team 4, we advanced to the winners' final, which is M3. The winner of that match will be securing their place for Copenhagen, Denmark, while now Saudi, that have lost to us, will be moving on to the loser playoffs and will be playing the loser of South Africa and Qatar in the loser playoffs, while we will be playing tomorrow against the winner of South Africa or Qatar. So, of course, we will have to see what will happen in that match. Once we have the confirmation, we will let you know. But as of now, we are playing the winner of either South Africa or Qatar in the winners' final. But in the loser playoffs, Saudi Arabia will be playing the loser of the second semi-final. Well, with that being said, we will announce that on our social media channels. What an incredible broadcast this has been. Back to blue with so much of support on the stream, with everybody following us. And my name is Lokmanu06, part of the Indian national team, bringing you the action from our E-Tigers. Until tomorrow, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and prepare for the most important match of Team India. Jai Hind.